The front brake caliper is completely seized on this car, so we need to replace it. Start by opening the bonnet. Unscrew and remove the cap from the brake fluid reservoir. Pull away the wheel trim. Now jack up the car and secure with axle stands if you have them. Then remove the wheel bolts and remove the front wheel. The Fiesta uses 19mm bolts on the wheels. Someone has been at this car recently, as there is a lot of copper grease everywhere. The brake disc is loose and the brake pads look quite new, so it looks like these have been recently changed. We start by removing the front retaining clip. Using a flat head screwdriver, you can easily prise this away. Now remove the caps from the retaining bolts on the top and bottom of the back of the caliper. Next, use an H7 Allen or hex key to fully unscrew and remove the two retaining bolts. Links to where you can buy all the tools and parts for this job are provided in the description below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Broken Fix. With the bolts removed, you can now remove the caliper and set it out of the way. If your brakes are seized, then you will need to apply some force to remove this. Take care when doing this not to damage the surrounding areas. Luckily on this car someone has been at it before, so it came off easily. At this point it's best to replace the brake pads. These ones are very new, so I will reuse them. There is a lot of copper grease here. If you do decide to use some, then take absolute care not to get any on the brake disc or pad friction material. Remove the brake pad that's mounted in the caliper. This piston is fully seized. We need to remove the brake hose from the caliper and ensure not to twist or damage the hose when doing so. Remove this using an 11mm open-ended spanner. You can buy brake pipe spanners for this, but I don't have one. Apply a little WD-40 or Holt's Rust-Ola to free up the bolt. With this fully loosened, you can pull out the brake hose from the caliper. Compare the new and old parts side by side to make sure you've got the correct replacement. Remove the protective bolt covers from the new caliper. Push the bolts out to the point where they are flush with the inside of the caliper. Remove this dust cover. Now screw the 11mm brake hose into the new caliper. Take care not to twist or damage the brake hose. Put the brake pads in place. Clip this one into the caliper. With that securely fitted, you can now place the caliper back onto the mount. Make sure at this point the brake hose doesn't have any twists in it. You now need to screw the 2 rear retaining bolts into place. Use one hand to push and hold the caliper up to the brake disc and use the other hand to screw back into place the retaining bolts. Tighten them using the Allen or hex key. Now you need to replace the front mounting clip. Do this by first inserting the bottom part of the clip. With the clip looking like this, you should be able to pull by hand the top of the clip over the caliper mount and insert the end into the caliper when doing so. It should look like this when fitted correctly. Now we fit the rubber caps on the back of the retaining bolts. Next we need to bleed out all the air from this new caliper. Use an 8 mm ring spanner to loosen the bleed valve. Today I don't have a helper, so I will be using a bleeding kit to create a vacuum and suck out the air from the brake caliper and hose. If you have a helper, this can be done by someone sitting in the car and pressing the brake pedal down and holding it while you open the bleed valve, then with the pedal fully depressed close the valve and release the pedal. Do this several times until you see no more air bubbles coming out of the bleed valve. If you are doing this job alone, then with the bleeding kit you continue to create the vacuum until you see only clear brake fluid coming out of the bleed valve into the clear pipe. It's very important to ensure no air is left in the system. With all the air removed, close the bleed valve. From inside the car, test the brake pedal and pump it several times to tighten the new caliper around the brake disc and to ensure there is a lot of back pressure and no spongy feeling on the pedal. While doing the bleeding, always keep an eye on the brake fluid level. As it drops, keep the reservoir topped up with .4 brake fluid. After you have pressed the brake pedal, the caliper should have compressed around the disc, making it much harder to move. Clean the area with a little brake cleaner to remove any contaminants. So finally, let's put the wheel back on. Tighten the wheel nuts in this order. Replace the wheel trim with the indented part next to the tire valve stem. Lower the car and make sure the brake fluid reservoir cap is closed. When taking the car for a test drive, take extra caution at first, as you will need to bed in the brakes. Job done.